Hello and welcome to another video. So today we're covering a rune deck. This one piqued my interest again, most decks do. This isn't going to be your highest win rate deck for sure, and definitely is an odd choice, personally, mainly because I don't know why you would run 1 Witch's Cauldron and 3 Starseers, but this deck apparently does. So I thought, why not at least give it a shot? It's worth giving a go. I'd probably run, if I was going to do anything, I would run these in the opposite order. I don't know why. I don't know whether that was just a mistake or not, but we'll have to wait and see because it is at least a fun deck. So we're going to get right into this and check it out. So game 1, we are up against Shadow. There's been a lot of Shadow on ladder as of making all the videos lately. It just seems to be quite popular. And not a bad thing in general, because I do want to see the Shadow pick up even just a little bit for now. It doesn't need to be the most powerful deck, but it definitely needs to at least have its own in the rotation format. So, average starter, double spells, plus the Consecrate for 3, which is okay. The Insight Draw plus the Flame Destroyer is absolutely ideal. That is exactly what we wanted. Being able to get those off. Belenus gets to come down pretty much free at this point. There's no real point for me to do much to it other than just play Conjure Golem to counter it. I mean, that basically acts as an immediate counter. And of course, the Skull Ring. Not a bad shot with this magic missile, being able to kill that. Plus, with this golem, we should pretty easily be able to pick off the extra. Of course, this does mean we are vulnerable to anything that can kill this Belenus effectively, but not something we are really worrying about. An odd choice, I thought, to go with the healing option in this case. I don't know why they would pick that. I probably would have went for damage myself, since they're already at max health, and even if they do take a little damage, they are going to be in the worst situation. But I mean, it does give them some value in this spot. But I would have been expecting something else, so definitely not the choice I personally would make going for that Moon and Sun play. But nonetheless, it seems to have done pretty well for them so far. They get a nice 6 damage to me. Of course, my next turn is pretty damn crazy when we've got a Conjure Golem and a Mysterious Circle to really set up these wards. With a nice evolve point, we can get rid of this heal quite effectively. And for the next turn, we have absolutely crazy Chimeras. So, I mean, this turn was a great setup into next. Alright, so the Banishment, that's pretty reasonable. They are going for maximum value on that card. Being able to get rid of this 4-1 and 2-2 and then deal 4 to face, I can't say that was a bad play at all. It was quite a nice way to do things. Of course, going for the healing again doesn't surprise me at all. Now it's kind of just me sitting back and trying to work out where I want to go with this entire turn. We can get these Chimeras for free, but what can we do in the meantime? So I do aim for my best kind of strike play. We do get the Mysterious Knowledge, which was pretty much perfect. It would have been a little nicer earlier, but I would settle for it there. We do get to remove all the big threats, basically for free, and set our own Flame Destroyer up. So I probably should have sent the 1 damage to the face, but I guess I just kind of didn't really worry about it. So opponent just trading off their healing. Sorry, we're trading off the healing. Make sure we're in the right turn. They're going for Mist of Extinction, predictable. That does leave up the 7-7 though, which is going to be a lot of damage for them to take. Especially since I get a free turn to set up this nice Golem Assault. And we still have our Mysterious Circle, so turn 8 is looking to be a very, very nice turn. Trust's Curse, a great way to get rid of this. And again, setting up another Moon and Sun play. Going this time for the Tsukuyomi. But, no real issue for me. These Conjure Golems, pretty much ideal for this kind of idea. And we can actually hold on to our Fiery Embrace quite comfortably while dealing with absolutely everything we want. So we have double Fiery Embrace, the Enchanted Sword, and a Flame Destroyer all ready to go next turn pretty easily. And of course, opponent seems to realise that, conceding pretty much immediately at that point. So the next game is against Haven. This can present itself as a little bit of a challenge because they do have quite big cards that can really impact my kind of curves, and their clears are very heavy, which does lead me into a very sticky position. Of course, that doesn't mean we're going to lose. We're definitely going to give it our all and push as far as we possibly can. So the Mysterious Knowledge is a pretty nice starting point. Being able to use that early is going to help our cause greatly. And Chain of Calling, I actually really do like that card. Definitely helps you get something when you just don't have enough. Of course, the Chimera pull would be a better one, but of course, if you don't have that, that's the way to do it. So opponent, not really giving us any reason not to play the Mammoth here. I mean, at best, they can do a couple of damage with this Summit Temple right now. Although we did give them basically a free turn to do as they please. So with this Summit on board, the best course of action is to weaken this turtle. Get it down kind of as low as we can take it. Really limit the kind of damage output they can do. While at the same time getting all these spell boosted Flame Destroyers to a really good level. And there is Light Hind. Not an impressive play for me to have to deal with. And Bejeweled Turtle, or Tortoise, sorry, isn't going to be much better for me. Even though it is only 3 damage, that's still 5 total. So it does hurt a little bit. And I can't do any major plays just because we do have to actually deal with that, one drop there, which is going to be a problem. The one countdown. I did play these Starseers. Like I said, I couldn't work out why they were set at 3 in this deck. It might have just been an oversight. That or I am just missing something crucial, but who knows? Maybe it's because the Starseers can be used together, so if you do have one, then you just play one at a loss, but I just don't see why you'd want to do that to yourself. Maybe so you only ever have one on board. Who knows? I guess there is reasons to do it, but whether those reasons are great, I don't know. So we are taking, looks like 8 damage this turn. We're definitely playing at a loss now, so, I mean, take that however you will, it's definitely not a fun time. But with this Chimera, we can finally turn the board to our side, clearing out pretty much everything at this point, only really leaving that 1-2 up, and giving ourselves some great followers. But if we lose these, we are pretty much screwed. So there is the play, Blackened Scripture. And a March Hare's Tea Time, luckily without an evolve point to be able to take advantage of it. And then Enchanted Sword, not much good to us, but we are going to have a 9/9 Flame Destroyer this turn, plus a 4 damage Two-Face. Fortunately, we are going to lose one of these to the Amulet, but it's something I am willing to do in this matchup. At this stage, I don't really have any choice on how to play this out. I've put myself into a hole, and all I can do is dig deeper.
The sky is with you.
From the heavens above, justice is delivered!
This jewelry for you is...
So my opponent does go pretty heavy on this, doing the best they can to kind of keep themselves in the game, which is basically what we're doing as well. Which Mysterious Knowledge and Mysterious Missile off that is great for. We are going to keep ourselves in this game right now, along with being able to go for the double Flame Destroyer setup for 14 damage next turn.
I shall guide you to glory.
Of course, they are aiming to hopefully win, but that's not quite enough on its own. They really need another card. And Blackened Scripture is that card. Being able to pull that does mean we are in a tight spot. And the Fiery Embrace, not quite playable. My best chance was just to go face, only leaving us 2 damage.
Guess I'm not gonna reach the
And that 2 damage does allow us to win there. I mean, we were so close to being dead. If we took 2 damage, that would have been it, but we made it. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. It was an interesting deck, definitely one I wanted to try. You don't really use the Unbodied Witch too much in this variant of deck, at least from what I played. I can now see, thinking about it, where the Starseer's Telescopes come in. I guess if you want to play them this way, make sure that you only have 1 Earth Sigil ever on board, and since you're only using the Earth Sigil for the Golem Assault, it does make sense. Oh, you can also you can use them on the Consecration. I always forget Consecration has a Earth Sigil effect, but either way, hope you guys did enjoy the video. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to check this deck out, the deck list is in the description below, and I will catch you guys next time. See ya.